This is the After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
Yeah, After Party Livers, it is Trivia Thursday. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to have you along for the ride. And thank you. I loved John Aravosis on Mark Thompson's show today. So good. And of course, David Katz, who's awesome as well. Great Mark Thompson show. Thank you for contributing to that show and this one as well. As a matter of fact, I saw Wes pop through today on the PayPal with $5 for the After Party Live, and I just so appreciate it. Amy P threw down $5 as well overnight. Meredith with her monthly contribution. James S. You guys are awesome, and I just want you to know that I appreciate you. The PayPal information, by the way, is in the About tab on this show here on YouTube and every day's show description, because, of course, we couldn't do it without you. And thank you also to everyone who contributed to Teacher Lori's GoFundMe as she raises money to take care of her cat, Charlie. I really appreciate that. The link to that, I don't have the link up. Please post it. If you have the link to that, post it in the chat for anyone who's just now seeing it. And if anyone feels like helping, that's great. No obligation to do so, but as always, it's always appreciated. So we love to help our own, definitely. I have a lot of stories for you, and I have a choice. The choice is, and maybe we could do 50-50, I don't know. For Trivia Thursday, would you like to talk about infectious disease? Or would you like to talk about best movie quotes? These are the questions that I have for you. Maybe a little of each, a little disease, a little fun. I don't know. You're missing the chat? Oh, because you haven't been here for a while? Well, you're back in it now, so welcome aboard, Ricky. We'd love to have you. Yeah. Disease. Oh, I know. Test your knowledge of diseases. It's a hard one. Movie. Wes says movie. Movie quotes. A little bit of each, says Sandy. Ready for some trivia. Movie quotes. STDs movie quotes. Okay, so I'm getting a lot for movie quotes. Movie quotes might be more fun. Okay, I think you're right. Although I'm always up for some good disease as well. I'm seeing a definite heavy leaning in the chat toward movie quotes. But when I do something fun like that, people wonder why aren't you doing science? So, you can take the cannoli, says Peter. Peter, I love you to death, but you have to stop the all caps. I had to delete one of your comments on Mark's show, and it broke my heart. So, yeah. Do both, says Heather. I think I might. Okay. All right. So before we get started, because it's already 1:23 at this point, I want to get to the story of the day and the one on the thumbnail. And it's applicable to Heather, who loves cars. This is the new Renault. We say Renault. Look at that. It's groundbreaking in a lot of ways. It's an electric vehicle, and it has motors in its wheels. Yeah, it's from French car maker Renault. They have a reboot of their 1980s R5 turbo sports car. It's got in-wheel motors. They say deliver an extremely high level of torque. It's going to be produced in a limited run. So only 1,980 of these Renault 5 Turbo 3Es will be made. I can't imagine. I mean, if those sold out, or wouldn't they make more, do you think, if they were successful? I don't know. It's top speed, which I think this is fast for an electric car. I don't know. 167 miles an hour because of the 540 horsepower motors in its rear wheels. So because of that, it's got this pulling power at the wheel that allows it to go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in less than 3.5 seconds. This car, I'm telling you, it's got the width of a sports car, but the length of a hatchback. So they're calling it, Renault, the world's first electric mini supercar. They call it exuberant, overexcited, with a promise of being the best performance in just 4 meters of length, unprecedented in the market. With this car, they say, Renault says, Renault continues to make electric vehicles ever more desirable. So there's the big picture of it. Here's a little close up of what those wheels look like. They're kind of weird looking, right? Here's the back end. Look like a little hatchback from the back, kind of a space agey looking hatchback. And here's what it looks like inside. So that's kind of high tech. Your speedometer and everything is on screen now. I kind of like the old instruments. I need to shake up my ways of thinking because I look at that and I think I just want my old instruments back. Come on, right? They have spared no expense, Renault, developing a specific platform and the world premiere of these 540 horsepower in-wheel motors. They say this is a big deal for them. The in-wheel motors provide improved agility as well as space and weight savings on the rear axle. And with the lightweight carbon superstructure, they say it means the whole car weighs just 1,450 kilograms with a power to weight ratio rivaling the iconic supercars. The battery is 70 kilowatt hour battery. It's under the floor of this car. Charging from 15 to 80% in 15 minutes gives you 400 kilometers of range on a single charge. So they are numbered in honor of the original Renault 5 Turbo. So they're, again, only making 1,980 of these things, and they'll arrive in showrooms in 2027. It's yellow because they're paying tribute to the Tour de Course 1982, but it comes in different colors. The one thing I'm missing, as always, how much is it? I guess if I have to ask, then I'm not their customer. If I have to ask how much this thing is, no, then I'm not the one they're looking for. Because if it's limited run, they'll probably all get snapped up, and they don't need me to want this car. But I thought it was interesting to take a look at it. Okay, let's move to, remember this guy? E.T. Yeah, E.T. is going up for auction. This is an original E.T. from the 1982 movie. The thought is that this could go for $1 million buckaroos. There's a collection of sci-fi movie memorabilia headed to auction. And as part of it, it's this original screen-used E.T. full body model that was seen in the movie. It was designed by the late special effects makeup artist Carlo Rambaldi. The E.T. figurine is 3 feet tall. It was used in the closet scene. Remember that part? Oh, who could forget? And it is one of only 3 manufactured during the making of the 1982 movie. So, up for auction it goes, and they think it could bring $1 million. They made multiple heads and torsos for the movie, but only 3 full-body ETs. The long necks, ET's long neck, Rambaldi drew inspiration apparently from different things in his life. His cat is what he drew inspiration from when making E.T. The long necks of women in a painting called Women of the Delta. So interesting. They think, again, the total cost to make the movie was over $1 million. In today's money, 3.3 million. But yeah, they think that this statue will go for $1 million. How much would you pay for this? How much would you pay? I have to show you. And I had never seen this before. I wasn't planning on showing it to you, but this is the sketch from Mr. Rambaldi. And you can see how he used his cat as part of the inspiration for ET's face. Okay, look at ET's face, and now look at the cat. So you can see there. I mean, does ET look anything like a cat? I didn't think so until I saw this picture. That's kinda cool. I did not know that. So, yeah, the face from the cat, the neck from a famous painting, and we get ET. Go into the chat. How much would you pony up for ET? I would pay to get rid of it, says Blue Spark. Sandy says, I think I was 13 when ET came out. I saw it in a theater. It's the only time I ever saw it. I remember seeing it in the movie theater. And also, I tried to show it to my kids, and it freaked Jacob out, made him really sad when they started messing with ET and trying to, do the scientific experiments on him and going after him. So we had to turn it off. He was apparently too little for ET. Yeah. Right? Who knew about the whole cat thing? Yeah. You take it for free and that's about it? Yeah. Of course, says Teacher Lori, his cat. That's why ET is so cute. John says, I remember hearing he used the model the eyes from Einstein. I could see that. Yeah. The main thing I remember about it was Drew Barrymore. She was great. Yeah, really cute. Of course, when you think back of all the things that she was going through in her childhood, makes it that much more amazing that she was able to turn in that kind of performance. Yeah. Susan says, it was cool back then, but I wouldn't want it now. A little creepy looking. I mean, as far as movie memorabilia, to have one of the original ETs that everyone knew, if you had excess, if you had Elon money, so sad, that kind of money, like throwaway money, and you were an investor in art and collecting things, I could see maybe wanting this. Oh, I would clone it with paper mache and talk conversation about polka dot door. Kids movies back in the 80s were brutal. E.T., Watership Down, Nim, Never Ending Story. It would traumatize today's kids, and it did. Mine. I was like, let's watch E.T. No, not a good idea. One of my first movie memories. See, that's what I mean. You talk about nostalgia and, you know, things that mean something to us. I could see this going for a lot. Liz still is not buying it. No. Would you put it in your bedroom? I would not. No. All right, we'll move back to something else interesting looking. It's the blobfish. It is often thought of as the world's ugliest animal. So sad. So ugly, it's cute, actually, kind of, in a way. It's been named the fish of the year in New Zealand. When it's in its normal deep sea habitat, it kind of looks like a normal fish. But when it's brought to the surface, the blobfish turns into this mushy creature with this gooey blue face. That's the blobfish. Grows to about 12 inches long. They call it in New Zealand Mr. Blobby. It's the official mascot of the Ugly Animal Preservation Society. With its big old bulbous head and its loose flabby skin. It lives mostly in the off the southern coast of mainland Australia, the Australian island of Tasmania, off the coast of Tasmania, and off the coast of New Zealand as well. It is rather gelatinous looking. The voting, though, has been done, and the blobfish has taken the title Fish of the Year in New Zealand. So there you go. Speaking of sea creatures, did you know, I thought that spiders were only on land, but apparently you can't even escape them in the sea. There are sea spiders. I think I knew this on some level, but then I came face to face with this story, which is really an unfortunate story because who wants to talk about sea spiders? I do not. And yet here I am talking about it anyway. These sea spiders, scientists took a video of these sea spiders, and they caught them crawling around the bottom of the ocean. And I'm a little I will say I'm a little fascinated by it. Let me take the this away so I can show you the video. Here it is. Check it out. You can see the way they move. They're pretty big too. Sea spiders. I know. Yeah. Look at that tubular looking face and those weird antenna. Now, that should be like the inspiration for Alien or something. There are several different species of sea spiders. Look at them go. I know. Spiders everywhere. They are enormous, these sea spiders crawling around on the sub-Antarctic seafloor. The leg spans can be up to 20 inches for these sea spiders. No joke. 20 inches long. Just no thank you. I know. I'll show it to you again. Not that you want to see it again. But I have things to tell you about them. They're the size of dinner plates. They crawl on the seafloor of the South Sandwich Islands, which is a chain of volcanic islands near Antarctica, one of the most remote areas of the world. Thank the Lord. They are distant cousins of arachnids that we have on land. They can have leg spans of up to 20 inches. The largest leg span of a spider on land, 12 inches. So that's a big difference. This spider's massive size is a result of deep sea gigantism, which is the tendency for deep sea creatures to grow significantly larger than their shallow water relatives. So, this one was filmed at a depth of more than 6,900 feet down. Immense pressure and frigid temperatures allow some animals to have a very slow metabolism and reach gargantuan proportions. These larger animals can move faster and farther to find food or locate a mate, which is important when both are scarce. So, there it is, sea spiders. It's something I hadn't really thought about. Something maybe I don't really want to think about. I don't know. Um, can we talk about this discovery? The oldest oxygen ever found, located in an ancient gallery discovered by the James Webb Telescope. Scientists say this is the oldest oxygen they have ever seen. This ancient galaxy existed 300 million years after the Big Bang. The detection, they say, of the oldest oxygen is making astronomers rethink maybe how quickly stars and galaxies formed when the universe was young. The galaxy is named Jade's GSZ 140. Super sexy name, right? It was formed at least 290 million years after the Big Bang, and it was first spotted by the James Webb Telescope in 2024. The heavy elements like oxygen are forged in the nuclear fires of stars, according to this article from Live Science. As the newfound oxygen existed when the universe was just 2% of its present age, the scientists say this element is a major head scratcher because it suggests that stars in the early universe were born and died to seed their surroundings with heavy elements much faster than was previously expected. 2 different research teams made this discovery, published March 20th in 2 different papers in the journals Astronomy and Astrophysics and the Astrophysical Journal. They say it's like finding an adolescent where you would expect to find only babies. The results show the galaxy is formed very rapidly and is also maturing rapidly, adding to a growing body of evidence that the formation of galaxies happened much faster than was expected. So they're not sure when the first stars began to clump into galaxies that we see today. But scientists estimated previously that they think this process began slowly within the first few 100 million years after Big Bang. But this discovery turns that assumption upside down. The light detected by the James Webb Telescope's near infrared spectrograph originated in enormous halo of young stars surrounding the galaxy's core that were burning for at least 90 million years before its observation. Oh, interesting. The world's oldest oxygen. If oxygen is there, where else might it be? From science to Walmart. Boy, did we make a turn. There were some shoplifters at Walmart. I know you think that's not odd, but they were arrested and taken to court. And this Michigan judge wanted them to wash cars as a punishment. And apparently the judge was told, no, you can't do that. No. The judge said having shoplifters give free car washes would serve the community and possibly discourage other people from stealing from Walmart as well if they had to be out there like for punishment scrubbing down cars. But the judge's boss, the chief judge, overruled it, saying this junior judge really should have sought approval first for the other court officials before he kind of went rogue with a car washing scheme. They say no. He said no. This is especially true where the proposed alternative punishment, he said, is especially true that the judge should have asked permission. When the proposed alternative punishment deviates from usual and accepted methods, Walmart washes will not be taking place as reported. No. The judge told the Associated Press he was ordering 75 to 100 store thieves to return to Grand Blanc Township near Flint, Michigan, to wash cars for free when the spring weather arrives. He said he had the endorsement of the store managers, but the store managers heard about it and they said, we don't really want these car washes to be done on store property anyway. But the judge still went forward with it, saying, well, that's okay. We'll just find another site and we'll find another place to get all the soap and water and the buckets that we need. And we'll get this car wash done. The judge says, I'm frustrated. I'm still going to try to come up with a creative way to solve this problem. He said, I have 37 new Walmart theft offenses 2 days ago. And the last month, it's been over 100. He said there were at least 30 judges around Michigan who heard about his car wash idea and pledged to join the bucket brigade with him and the shoplifters. So he's now ordering other types of community service in these Walmart theft cases and not the Walmart car wash. I mean, it would have been a good idea. I don't think a car wash is going to make you stop stealing. I think that's a day of fun in the suds. Maybe you have to work, but the chance that you'll get away with hundreds of dollars worth of free merchandise and have to serve one day washing cars, is that a deterrent? I don't think that's a deterrent. I don't know. Mm-mm. You ready to smile for the robot? There's a new story about robots, and we know how good AI is at collating medical information. We heard Dr. Daniel the other day on Mark's show say he uses it a lot. Now, the new innovation is that a robot will be scanning your body for skin cancer. So the human eyes won't be looking at every inch of your skin. You'll just have to lay there super still while you're scanned head to toe and the computer looks at your skin for anything a little funky. Dermatologists are apparently really eager for this to be a thing. They convened last year in Paris for a conference, industry leaders across dermatology, plastic surgery, and aging scientists were sharing breakthroughs and innovations. And one of the things they say patients are also looking for, and where they are falling short, the doctors, is that there's a need for a range of different approaches to tackle visible and cellular signs of aging, as well as correct damage and boost cellular ability to function as we slow down from aging. Skin needs for toning and tightening, lifting, collagen, elastin, fibroblast functions are in higher demand. So, and they say that advancements in treatments don't just make you look better, but are life saving as well, like in the skin cancer scans. And the doctors are saying these technologies highlight the growing role of AI, automation, and advanced imaging in reshaping the whole field of dermatology. So, they're excited about this. They want it. You still have to make the annual skin check appointment with your dermatologist, but it might not be the dermatologist looking at your suspicious moles. It'll be the robot. It's called the Swan. It's a fully robotic device that performs automated full body skin exams using dermoscopic resolution to evaluate pigmented lesions. It uses AI driven analysis to assess the images post scan to assist in skin cancer detection and treatment planning. And doctors think with this type of technology, it could reduce unnecessary biopsies. Is it cancer? Isn't it cancer? The AI is better at detecting that. So maybe you don't need to have that biopsy after all. It'll improve, they think, diagnostic accuracy and efficiency. And it's being called a major step forward in non-invasive skin assessment. And if you think you're going to be in there like an MRI, no. This thing takes less than 5 minutes to scan your whole body. And after, so you don't have to sit there while it's analyzing. They scan it, it scans you 5 minutes, and then it analyzes afterward for potential areas of concern. And then your doctor can see and review the images, which apparently lives somewhere in perpetuity. I don't know. So it'll help doctors move faster, right? To saves them time, saves you time. Yeah. All right. So in addition to skin cancer, it can also look at skin aging and treatments for skin, all kinds of skin, making us look younger and more plump and beautiful and whatever else. But that might be the way it is. Smile pretty for the robot, and off we go. I have this story, and it's really just a quick mention, but there are some times when you buy something at Goodwill, although that doesn't look like much. I probably would have walked right by that thing. Someone bought it for $2.99 at Goodwill. And they thought, oh, uh, maybe I got something here. This is in Ohio. This lady goes to the Goodwill thrift store and she buys this painting for $2.99. Are you out of your mind? And then she realizes it's the work of Johann Berthelsen. I've not heard of Mr. Berthelsen, but apparently he's a famous artist. And she sells the painting at auction and it gets $2,875. That's a lot more than $2.99. She said her name is Marissa. She's from Dayton, Ohio. She said she and her fiance stopped at Goodwill after dinner. They'd had dinner and then they, did a little shopping. And she said they were able to leave when she spotted an interesting frame on a cart brought out from the back by a store employee. She said, I thought it was an awful painting, but I decided to buy it because it was only $2.99. And as she's loading the painting into her car, something catches her eye, and it's this little plaque at the bottom of the frame. She says, out of curiosity, I type in the name and I find out it's Johann Berthelsen, who is this famous American impressionist who died in 1972, and his works often sell for thousands of dollars. And she's like, wow, there you go. My first thought was, this isn't real. It's probably just a fake. Then she took it in to a free art appraisal group. Well, by took it in, I mean she submitted the information to this free art appraisal group on Facebook. And they said, "Oh, you got to go have that painting authenticated." So she took it to an auction house in Cincinnati. That's when experts got a hold of it and they confirmed it was Berthelson's work titled Chapel St. Patrick's Church. And they sold it at auction for $2,875. The money will go to her upcoming wedding. She said, "I think it's probably a once in a lifetime thing. I don't think I'll ever find something like that again, but you never know." So there you go. Keep your eyes peeled next time you're at wherever, Goodwill. I have an update. Remember we did this story of, and this will be my last one before we go to trivia. We did this story about this chunk of ice falling through a roof. Remember that? Well, now the FAA says that ice chunk that crashed through this roof in Florida did not come from a plane. It remains mysterious. The FAA was called when this large piece of ice fell into this home and through the roof in a Palm Coast neighborhood last month, punching through this metal roof, went right into the living room. 6-foot by 3-foot ice chunk. The FAA called all the airlines whose aircraft were operating in the area when this happened. Inspections of those aircraft did not find evidence of water leaks that could have caused ice to form on the outside of the plane. So the origin of the ice chunk remains a mystery. Where did it come from? Where did it go? You can fill in the blank. All right, it is time, my friends, for Trivia Thursday. We wait for it all week. And here it is. I'm going to the chat. Make sure you guys are ready. Frat boy sling gone wrong. Slingshot gone wrong, right? Okay. Yeah, you would have thought it was plain ice. Nope, not plain ice. All right, are you guys ready? Here we go. It's Trivia Thursday time. We'll start with diseases, and we'll finish up with famous movie quotes. Which very common disease impacts nearly all children before they turn 2 years old? My son had this. I think my daughter had it too. Which very common disease impacts nearly all children before they turn 2 years old? A cold. I would have thought that was the answer too. TDS. I don't know what that means. Common cold, chicken pox, whooping cough, whooping cough. We have a vaccine for that now. Cold, thrush, hand, foot, and mouth. Croup, says Heather. Croup, says Mama. Colic. Eye tissue tear duct, whooping cough, flu, mumps, croup. The answer is roseola. Roseola. It is also called sixth disease, and 95% of kids are infected by the time they are 2 years old. Cirrhosis is a condition defined by scarring and permanent damage to which part of the body? Cirrhosis is a condition defined by scarring and permanent damage to which part of the body? Mama says, all my boys had that roseola. Yep. Whole lot of Rosie. Chris from Menlo, first to say liver. Cirrhosis affects the liver. Chris is correct. Heather has it. John Slade. Calvin has it as well. Linda has it. Teacher Lori has it. Ms. Organic. SJ Lola. Rev. B.A. Ware. Liver is right. Wes has it. Walnut. Viewfinders. Mama. And John Watson. Yeah. And Rhonda. Way to go, you guys. Next question. Salmonella disease is named after which veterinarian who studied animal diseases? Salmonella disease is named after which veterinarian who studied animal disease? This one might be hard. He worked for the US Department of Agriculture. I'm giving you yeah, I think somebody got it. Solomon. Kind of, yeah, almost. I'm gonna say that that's a typo because it's Salmon, Salmen. His name was Salmon. Yeah, Heather says Dr. Salmon, duh. Heather has it too. Nice. Yeah, his name was Dr. Salmon. Daniel E. Salmon says smart money traders. That's exactly right. It was Dr. Salmon. Daniel E. Salmon worked for the U.S. Department of Agriculture. How many Americans are expected to have Alzheimer's disease by the year 2050? Kind of sad. Hopefully not. It seems like there's developments and advancements every day. Now they think that Alzheimer's is actually a disease, a different type of disease, not necessarily a brain disease, but an autoimmune disease. How many Americans are expected to have Alzheimer's disease by the year 2050? Let's see what you have. 11,780. And again, 2 million says BA Ware, 1 billion says David. 20%? I don't know about percentage. 18%? 1.2 mil, 79 mil. We'll see who gets the closest. 2 million, 30 million. The correct answer is almost 13 million. Oh, I don't see is anything close. I'll give it to Jim, who says 15 million. Although Smart Money Traders comes in with 13, so there you go. All right, the next question. Mumps is caused by a virus that affects which glands in the body? Mumps is caused by a virus that affects which glands in the body? And don't look it up. No cheating on this. Which gland in the body does the mumps virus affect? Let's see if anybody has it. I'll have to scroll back a little bit. Lymphs, cheeks, thyroid, lymph nodes, adenoids, lymphs, testicles, says Gordon. Salivary is correct. SJ Lola for the win. Nice. It is the salivary glands. I did not know that either. So yeah. Parotid salivary glands, says Smart Money Traders. Yeah. Joy Fox also says salivary. Yeah. Heather did not know that one. And Heather's a scientist. So if Heather didn't know it, that was a good question. See, we learn in trivia. So that's good, right? Okay. So I'll give you one more disease and then we'll flip over to movie quotes. Okay. What is well, that might be a little too hard. I was going to say, what is the name of the bacteria that causes cholera? But that's a little hard. So we'll say this. The groups at the most at risk for developing bronchitis include individuals with health conditions, the elderly, and most at risk for developing bronchitis, these groups, everyone with health conditions, the elderly, and who else? I'm going to give it to Jennifer. Young children. Jennifer says infants. Is that right? Was that the first one? Oh, children. Chris from Menlo had it. Yeah, young children. Infants. Wes had infants as well. Yeah. Young children is the answer. Okay, one more. One more disease question. If someone with strep throat develops a red rash all over their body, the sickness is called what now? If someone with strep throat develops a red rash all over their body, the sickness is called what? Mm-mm-mm. Heather says scarlet fever. Heather's right. Heather has it. David has it as well. Eileen has it. And Chris from Menlo has it. Donna has it. Denise Cat has it. Lovely. Viewfinder has it as well. Yeah, scarlet fever. Okay, you guys ready to switch over to movie quotes? First one. I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love her. What movie is that from? I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love her. Not Sound of Music. Uh-huh. I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love her. Love Story, Pretty Woman, Gone with the Wind, Dirty Dancing, said every chick flick ever. Come on. No answers. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at you guys. Jerry Maguire, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This is right. Smart Money Traders. It is not Nothing Hill, but it is Notting Hill. So I'm going to say that's a typo and I'm giving it to Smart Money. That's right. Makes me want to invest with Smart Money Traders, doesn't it? Maybe. Okay. You talking to me? You talking to me? What movie is that from? You talking to me? Smart Money is smart. You talking to me? Yeah. You guys knew this one right away. First to the punch is John Slade, Taxi Driver. Sandy has it. Rev P has it. Peter has it. Calvin, Jennifer, Eileen, and Jim, and Mo, and Walnut. You guys, Trevor and William. Good job. Next one. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. What movie is it from? You want a sandy vacation. Pulp Fiction? No. Bambi? No. The Rock? Ocean's 11? You're on the right track. As far as it being a heist movie. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? Mama with a, yeah, I don't know. The Untouchables? Star Wars? The correct answer, again from Smart Money Traders. I hope you're not looking these up, my friend. It is Italian Job, The Italian Job, and John Slade has it as well. It's The Italian Job. You are correct. You're gonna need a bigger boat. You're gonna need a bigger boat. That might be too easy. This one's about typing. Oh, did Cranky say it first? Awesome. Sorry, Cranky. You're gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, they all popped in at once. I don't know who typed it first because they all came through at virtually the same time. Jennifer says Jaws. Yes. Wes has Jaws. David has Jaws. Eileen Jaws. Trevor, Calvin, Peter, John W, Nullifidian, Jim S, SJ. Yeah. Rev, Vanessa, Linda. Well done. All right. Keep going back to medical trivia. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. I mean, you think you know, but then when you have to think of the movie and, have it on in your brain, you're like, "I think I know that one. I don't know." Yeah. Jennifer says, "That's Apollo 13." Mhm. Peter says, "Yep, Apollo 13." David, Calvin, Chris from Memlo, William, Peter, 13, I'll give it to you. Jim, Cranky has it. Linda, SJ, Nullifidian, Trevor, and John W. Well done. The next one. Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. I don't know about my performance, but it's the best I can do. Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. Yeah, you guys are all over that one. Titanic is right. Sandy, yes. On my screen, Sandy's first, followed by John W. and Heather, and David and William and Vanessa and SJ and Trevor and Rev and Cranky and Walnut. And it goes on. These might be too easy. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And Eileen has it. Yes. Eileen has, on my screen, Eileen is first to the punch with Babe, followed by Cranky, Heather, SJ, Teacher Lori. I almost called you Babe. Teacher Lori, Babe. Linda has it as well. Yvonne throwing down some pigs. There you go. Okay, next question. When I found out the patriarchy wasn't about horses, I lost interest anyway. When I found out the patriarchy wasn't about horses, I lost interest anyway. Yep, Barbie. That is right. Eileen has it. It is the Barbie movie. Mm-hmm. Very good. Sandy says Barbie. Yep. Chris has Barbie. There you go. You can watch me, mock me, try to block me, but you cannot stop me. You can watch me, mock me, try to block me, but you cannot stop me. What movie is that from? I'll say it one more time. You can watch me, mock me, try to block me, but you cannot stop me. Norma Ray. It has that ring to it, doesn't it? 8 Mile. That's probably a pretty good guess. Me on my way to get samples at Costco. Bambi. The Social Network. The Longest Day. A lot of good guesses. That is from, what do you have? It's from The Wolf of Wall Street. I don't think anybody got that one. Yeah. Here's some easy ones. I'll throw down some easy ones. I'll have what she's having. I'll have what she's having. Yeah. Sandy says when Harry met Sally, Sandy would be right. Looks like everybody got that one. Yeah. Very good. I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight. I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight. I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight. What movie is that from? No clue, says Gordon. The Devil Wears Prada is the answer. Yeah, and Eileen has it. Yes, that's right. The Devil Wears Prada is correct. Just one stomach flew away from my goal weight. It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. John has it. Batman Begins. John W. for the win on that one. Peter Newton has it as well. I love that picture, Peter. It's cute. Batman Begins is correct. You guys got it. Kung Fu Panda. No, that's not the one. Well, it's not the men in your life that counts. It's the life in your men. Well, it's not the men in your life that count. It's the life in your men. I love the quote. I have not seen the movie. Nine to Five. Good guess. Mm-hmm. Well, it still counts, Peter Newton. It still counts. Death becomes her. That's what I thought. It's the movie is called I'm No Angel. Makes me want to see the movie, right? I think. All right. Here's another one. We'll always have Paris. We'll always have Paris. Hope I didn't pop that P. We'll always have Paris. Oh, you guys got that one fast. Sandy says Casablanca. Sandy's right. David has it. Nullifidian. Peter. Yep. John W. John S. SJ. Vanessa. Linda. Trevor. Heather. Eileen. You guys are awesome. Well done. I wish I knew how to quit you. I wish I knew how to quit you. I wish I knew how to quit you. I could try ignoring it, sir. John S says Brokeback Mountain. John S for the win. John S has it. Heather has it. Wes has it. Teacher Lori has it. Rev has it. Nullifidian, John, William. I never saw that movie. I need to watch that movie. Sandy has it. Yeah, that cowboy movie. I will accept it. Judy says that was a great movie. Awesome. Are you guys liking these? Because I can go ahead and do a few more. You ready for it? Go ahead. Make my day. Go ahead. Make my day. I know these are all going to pop up right at once, too. Go ahead. Make my day. Name of the movie, though. Yeah, John has it. Sudden Impact is the name of the movie. Sudden Impact is correct. Rev has it as well. David B has it. Hi, David B. All right. We'll wrap it up, maybe, with this one. It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage. It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage. It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage. That's a good one. It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage. Oh, that's such a good movie, Vanessa. That's one of my favorites. Tawanda. Yes, Peter has it. It is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Harrison Ford said that. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Peter stands alone. Nice. I think Peter's the only one that got that one, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are awesome. All right. I'll give you this one. See, some of these are so easy. You can answer them, but I'll just throw them out there really quickly. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. obviously, Godfather, right? There's no place like home. It's amazing how many of these that are just in our brains. That's obviously The Wizard of Oz. May the Force be with you. Star Wars. Yo, Adrian. Rocky. See, these are just too easy. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah. What about this one? See, this one's easy for me, but maybe if you haven't seen the movie you wouldn't know. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will kill you. It's my dramatic read for the day. Yeah. Taken. Absolutely. See, they're so easy. Yeah. Taken is right. Go Ahead and Make My Day. We did that sudden impact. So, yeah. Okay. Well, that's Trivia Thursday for today. I think that the disease ones were a little more challenging. Here's one I didn't ask earlier. Hansen's disease is also referred to as which disease? Hansen's disease. You guys know that one? And then I'll wrap it up. Pickens, Blazing Saddles. Hansen's disease is also known as, yay, you guys got it, leprosy. Yay for leprosy. Eileen has it. SJ Lola has it. Yeah. Well done. Leprosy. David has it. All right, you guys. Tomorrow, or tonight, rather, let me not get ahead of myself. Tonight, and that, by the way, is Trivia Thursday, and thank you for playing along. If you have a suggestion for a topic that maybe you'll like better, please email me, kim@theafterparty.live, kim@theafterparty.live. I take your suggestions and I love them and I hold them close to my heart and then I use them. Tonight at 5 p.m., so in less than 2.5 hours, no, a little more than 2.5 hours, the Nikki Maduro Show begins at 5 o'clock here on YouTube. Cocktails, mocktails, politics, and we just have so much fun together. Please join the fun with us. The Nikki Maduro Show starts at 5 p.m. We'll see what David B comes up with as far as cocktails for this evening, and I hope you will join us. That'll be really fun. And then tonight, Mark Thompson is having surgery on his trigger finger. So tomorrow, he may join us, or it might be me hosting the show. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how he feels, but Mark's madness will continue regardless. So please join me for that as well. Again, next up, Nikki Maduro Show, 5 p.m. tonight here on YouTube, followed by the Mark Thompson Show at 11 a.m. On YouTube tomorrow. And then we'll do the after party live with Tim Sika and movie reviews. So that is what is on tap. Go out there, make it the very best day that you can. And I will see you in, 2 hours and 40 minutes-ish here on YouTube. For now, bye-bye.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.
Really, David? Really? Sandy, there's no germs on the internet.